So today I have an Axiom.trade guide, which is a meme coin trading platform, but it also has a bunch of other cool features. It's quite new and it kind of comes off the back of a little bit of FUD between some of the other platforms, but it definitely has its own advantages. And this is something I'm actually using for my meme coin trading, not my Meteora trading. That's something different. I do still use BullX for that, which I have a guide on, but they have some really cool features with their Twitter trackers and their wallet trackers, and it is just an extremely quick platform. I think the quickest I've seen. So I mean, I'm assuming you've probably used other trading platforms before for Solana meme coins, but if you haven't, you can visit their website. I have a full guide on it, and once you land on it, you will have to connect. To sign in, you'll either have to use Gmail, you'll have to use your Phantom wallet, or you'll have to use a fresh login. I think Google wasn't working last time I checked, but Phantom was really easy. You connect to one of those wallets, or you can just put in a fresh email, enter a code, and I think you'll get a confirmation, but then you will be into your account and you'll land on a dashboard a bit like this. So you will get a recovery phrase when you do sign in. Make sure to save that, as if you do, forget your login, you lose your email, you will need that to be able to access your account. So before I go over a lot of the cool features on this platform, I will just mention they do have their point system. So they may do something in the future with that, and there is a few kind of challenges they do have. I'll just say quickly. So first of all, you have to deposit into your wallet. You will earn, I think, 1,000 XP. Yeah, trade 5 or more, you get 1,500. Make 10 transactions, 300 XP, and refer 3 fans, you get another 1,000 XP. So maybe this will be used for something in the future. We don't really know. But with regards to the platform, this first screen is simply showing you the front page of Dex screen and some of the kind of trending tokens, kind of what we could be used to seeing. But a few things maybe a bit different. Along the bottom, we do get, just some live prices, Solana, BTC, Ethereum, and we can see this wallet tracker and Twitter tracker at the bottom, and kind of our presets. So these are the presets for your trading. These are when you're buying and selling the coin, what do you want your slippage priority to be, to be able to see if you're able to get your transactions through, and you get a few different options. So I can give some recommendations right now. So personally, I leave MEV protection turned off because it slows down transactions. I'm not normally in super degen coins. I leave this on 5% personally, and I have one with these fees. It basically costs me nothing. Then on my preset 2, I have the same slippage, but I up these to 0.01 and 0.01. And this is on when coins are getting a few million volume. They are fluctuating a lot, but even with the low slippage, with these priorities, I do often get transactions through. Then for this third profile, this is more and more degen one. I'll put 10 on here, and I'll put 0.03 on here and 0.03 here. But if you are going on new pump fund coins, you will need to up this to 20. You will probably have to up this to 0.05 or 0.1, and the same amount for that bribe. But I'm not normally using them. I'm normally on a bit later after the coins have migrated. Now on to the first cool features about this, which are a bit different to some of the other platforms. So actually similar is the filters. So we can put how much we want the top 10 holders to have, how much liquidity, how much volume. And remember, these tokens are on Dex screen. These have already migrated. So generally for these kind of coins, what we're going to want to be doing is, this is like your Dex screener filters. So for me, what I like to see is I like very volatile tokens to DLMM. So what I do is in the liquidity, I put some numbers. Actually in the volume I do as well. So obviously we have the time scales here as well. So if I put 100,000 volume in here, it's only going to show me tokens in that time period which have that kind of volume. But going over to the pulse, this is where it's a bit more interesting, and this is like your vision on BullX. And looking on here, we once again have filters for each column, and you can set these to how you want. And with regards to the filters, we get a lot of them. You just go over these. You'll have your own ideas of what you want. But for me, I do want a coin which is, a few minutes old. Actually, it really depends what you want. But you got new pairs, which are new tokens, final stretch near migrating, and migrated ones that are just migrated. And generally for a lot of these, I have very similar requirements. But for me, you do not want the dev or the top 10 holding a lot. That's important. And also with regards, yeah, and you don't want bundling either. But with regards to volume, I also want a decent bit of volume on these early tokens. That's where we have this audit, which is, you saying how much, what the, making sure there's not too many holders or anything. Then the metrics is where you can say how much volume you want that coin to have. And again, it's going to depend exactly which category you are looking at. But this is where that kind of audit feature we saw gets even cooler. We actually have this blacklisted dev filter where we can actually enter the address of wallets which we know are associated with ruggers or wallets we don't want to see creating tokens. We can put them in here and add it, and it will not show up in any of the columns. And once again, we can set our snipe settings. So you're probably going to want to set these. If you are sniping, you would probably want to go with your preset 3, I would imagine. And this means when if you see a new token, something related to a new Twitter ticker coming out, you can quick buy it on here and then, research later, as we all do. So next up, we have the wallet trackers. So this is quite a cool feature. So what you can do is you can add wallets like you can on some others. You add the wallet, you add a name, and you give it a label, you can add an emoji, and then you can add the address. And this allows you to do a few things. First of all, if you go to live trades, you can see what these wallets are doing. So I've added one, and I will tell you now, this one wallet right here is quite a good wallet to track. But this is just one I found, which I know is doing a lot of active trades right now. We can see what they're trading, what they're buying, what they're selling in literally real time completely. Because, as I've said, this platform is so quick. And you can also buy and sell in tangent with them. If I click on one of these tokens, I will see on the chart where this user has bought and sold. So I see this user just bought right here. And when they sell this token, it will also show up on the chart. And I can also go on the user, and if I go on live trades, I can actually see what this person is holding, what they're selling, and I can just see their P&L as well. So I can clearly see this person has been very profitable recently. So they do also have this Twitter alert section, and to be honest, I'm not sure why it's not loaded up for me. I have traded around 15 Solana in volume. I've been buying and selling quite a lot of tokens, actually testing out the platform. I'm hoping that will load up for me at some point. But very simply, I do know how it works. I've seen it on others. You can literally see which Twitter accounts you want to follow. You can know what they're posting about. You can have it as an overlay on the other sections. So right here down here, as you can see, so when something is tweeted, you can search that ticker up very quickly. And this is just the evolution of how trading's gone, and it just means you can be as quick as possible. Then a few auxiliary features. They do have perpetuals built into the platform. So for your main tokens, you do have you've got quite a lot of option here. This is kind of integrated with kind of like Hyperliquid, if you can compare that. But we do have some bigger tokens as well. And you have the ability to long, but also to short all the tokens on here. Then finally, you do have your yield section where you are able to stake Solana or USDC, and it does look like it uses the MarginFi platform. So now we can actually go on to what happens if we click on a token. So as you can see in my article, I've got a section on this. So if we go on Discover, we click on one of these tokens, we get quite a lot of cool extra metrics we don't normally see. So we can see where you buy, sell, what users you're following are doing, but we also get a bit more information. So we get information about the dev. We get to see exactly what the dev is holding, what they're doing. And if we look over to this right hand side, this is where the buy sell, we get some more advanced features. So first of all, you can't actually select 100%, but you can select the amount of sol you want to do, and you do get the percentage when you're selling, which is quite good. And you can decide between your presets which you do want to do, and you can change them right here. Very, very quick and intuitive. This is where it gets a bit different. We can obviously limit buy sell, but on the advanced, if we go over to the sell section, we can actually see on sell on advanced, we can sell when the dev sells or after migrating if the token hasn't migrated yet. So I've actually found a different token that hasn't migrated yet, but as you can see right here, we have the dev sell option, 100%, so sell when the dev sells, or the migration option, which sells as soon as it migrated. And I have actually tested this feature, and it is very quick. Of course, if the dev sells, he one clips it, it's not going to sell before the dev. It's not like we're not using some crazy bot, which is, quicker than, the dev selling, but it will do it straight away afterwards. And this can definitely save you from some hefty losses if the dev does decide to sell. But this is where we can also look at the token info. We can see how much the top 10 has. This is all at a glance as well. How much the dev is holding, what snipers are holding, what bundles are holding. This is really crucial. Insiders, if the LP is burnt or if it's unlocked, you definitely want that burnt, and whether the dex is paid or unpaid. But generally, everything else is what you're used to. Bubble maps, it's just a very smooth experience all around. But if I do go on the 1 second chart, there is actually not a lot of trades on this particular token. So I'm going to have to find something with a lot of trades, like this Harry Bowles token. But if I do go on the 1 second chart, it's very quick to update, as you can see right here. And I can also pull up the trade panel if I want and buy and sell very quickly. So that's pretty much all there is to the platform. They do have those points, as I said earlier, but if we do want to compare some of the features, established and reliable, so it is quite a new platform. This is the one area it is lacking in a bit. So because it's so new, it could be prone to more issues than the established models, which we have seen, which we know the fees might be higher, they might be a bit slower, but they are reliable, which at the end of the day is the most important thing.